I started ballet when I was 6 years old. It started like most little girls, 1 or 2 classes a week. It quickly escalated. By the time I was in 5th grade, I was taking 3 to 4 classes a week, and I auditioned and was accepted into an Arlington-based ballet company, and that came with rehearsals once or twice a week. I identified as a ballerina all the way through high school, so it was a criteria when I was applying to colleges. And I went to a college with a good dance program. But I knew I wasn't going to be a professional dancer. I figured that out when I was 11. I did a summer intensive at the Washington Ballet School, and all the girls' legs went up to here, and mine went to here. So dance was a part of my life. Other kids, they did scouts or sports or music. Dance was my thing. It was my creative outlet, my physical release. But by the end of college, I was getting a little bored with dance, a little burnt out even. But the gym was intimidating. How could I go in there and fumble with those machines? And I couldn't ask for help. That would be awkward. I would look like I didn't belong. So I tried running. All I needed was a pair of running shoes, and off I could go. And I had seen on Instagram that my girl cousin had signed up for a 5K on Thanksgiving Day, a turkey trot. And I thought, if she can do it, I can do it. So I found one. It was in DC, went along the Potomac River. I trained a little bit, and it went well, but it was a slog. I was breathing heavy, sweating. But I finished, and I had fun. I loved it. So I signed up for more 5Ks, and then half marathons. I never did one of those full marathons. That's for those self-hating runners. But my love for running was short-lived. I developed the dreaded runner's knee. PT helped, but it just wasn't the same. I would do half marathons and be in pain, excruciating pain, for a week after. So I needed to find a new challenge, something that fit my body better. I was on the phone with my sister one day, my younger sister, and she was telling me about this new thing she was trying, CrossFit. What's that? Oh, it's this workout thing, a little bit of strength, a little bit of cardio. So I looked up some videos online, and it looked serious. My little sister was doing this. I can definitely do it. So I went on Groupon, and I found a deal to do on-ramp classes at a local CrossFit. I went, and I was hooked. It was this masculine gym setting, dirty, grungy, a little smelly, but someone was holding my hand. It wasn't quite as intimidating. They were coaching me on what to do. And I really liked the strength part, the Olympic lifts, the snatch, and the clean and jerk. We had a weekly weightlifting class, and it was like running. And instead of after each race getting a little faster, I'd get a little stronger and a little more confident. And one week, my girlfriend, Dara, came into class and told me she'd just signed up for an Olympic weightlifting competition. You have to come with me. I'll look silly all by myself. I told her, of course I'll go. Let's do it together. So on a cold, snowy January day in 2014, I showed up to Fairleigh Dickinson University's gymnasium for my first weightlifting competition. Me and Dara showed up in our little weightlifting singlets that we'd bought off of Amazon and walked into the warm-up area. And there were some very serious, very strong-looking people. And we were a little nervous. but our weightlifting class coach had promised that he would be there to shepherd us through the competition. But he was nowhere to be found. So Dara and I warmed up, probably a little too much, and tried to look serious too. Then my name was called, and it was my turn to go out for my opening snatch attempt. I chalked up my hands, straightened my singlet, and walked out onto the platform. I was home. I felt like I was walking out on stage for my ballet solo at the end of year recital. So I walked up to the barbell and took my first snatch. I smiled, and I put the barbell right back down on the platform. I looked to the scoreboard, 3 red lights. I looked at the center judge, confused. You have to wait for us to tell you down before you put the barbell back down. Okay. So I walked off the platform, waited my allocated 2 minutes of rest, went back out for my second attempt. Took my snatch, smiled, looked at the center judge, down. And I put the barbell back down, looked at the scoreboard, 3 white lights. Good lift. I skipped off the platform. I took my third snatch attempt, the 10-minute break, my 3 clean and jerk attempts, and then I ended my very first weightlifting competition with a gold medal around my neck. I was so proud of myself. Not that I was the only woman in my weight class at that competition. Small detail. But I was hooked. I'd found my new obsession, my new physical release. And it's been 10 years since that first competition, and I still train in Olympic weightlifting, and I still compete. But now I compete nationally, and I coach. I coach new beginning lifters that are just getting introduced to the sport. I find joy in training every week, getting a little bit stronger, a little bit better. And I find joy in the aha moments on the faces of the men and women that I coach as they find their own comfort and their own confidence in the gym.